Hello, we have a 2009 Porsche Caenne. I'm gonna show you how to do front pads and rotors. Bring the car up. Alright, this guy has regular spring suspension, so you don't have to lock it. In case if you have an air suspension, you have to lock it in order not to damage anything. Take the wheels off. Alright, so we gotta spread the pistons in out first. You do it with the 2 screwdrivers. This thing has 6 pistons. So take a screwdriver and carefully spread them. Alright, make sure the pistons are completely compressed. Now you could take the pads out, disconnect the pad wear sensor, and take the rotors off. There's a 13mm bolt holding the pin that secures the pads in place. Take that bolt out. Make sure you clean all this rust out. Now you're gonna need to unbolt the calipers and take the rotors off. The Porsche design, this line is hard, so I'm gonna take this little bracket off that holds the brake hose and the all the connectors. 6mm hex bolt. Now this whole assembly could be moved around with on the hose. So now take the bolts out of the caliper. Alright, hang the caliper to the control arm so it doesn't just hang on the hoses. I'll take the rotor off. There's a T47 bolt holding the rotor down. Now clean the hub up and reinstall the new rotor. Now a fresh coat of anti-seize so the rotor don't get stuck to the hub. The rotors on this car are directional. You know, the one that has a little stamp saying right side. You could tell by the ventilation channels inside the rotor. They always have to go in direction of the wheel rotation. So this is the right one. I got a left one over here. Put the rotor on and line it with the securing bolt hole. And put that securing bolt in. Be careful, try to not to bend this line. It'll get bent a little bit, but try to bend it as least as possible. Make sure these bolts are nice and tight. Now put the brake pads back in. Put the pin back in. Align the pin. There's a groove in the caliper, so this flat sides are supposed to be on the in the groove. The sensor gets inserted into these little slots in the pads. Be careful, the sensors are easily breakable. See, the thick portion of the sensor goes towards the rotor. Just clip it in. So secure the wire. Rub the wire in with a screwdriver or so. Make sure you do not damage this wire, or your brake pad warning light is gonna stay on. Put some lubrication in the snatch in the caliper so the wire goes in easier. You have to route the wire along with the caliper and secure it with this plastic cap for the bleeder, and then connect it to the connector. Make sure you bolt down that bracket that we took off earlier. Alright, now put the wheel back on. If you have wheel locks on, don't tighten them like crazy. Just tighten them a little bit so they tight, but don't come off, but not too tight. Do the other side, do the other side the same exact way, and you're all set. Make sure you pump the brake pedal before you start driving.